All right, so over-unders have been a really big popular topic this week because it's been slow, and that's been kind of the topic du jour, or whatever the week would be. Let's go to Island Chief. He says, wake up. It would be hard to argue against 7.5 being the right number for regular season wins for the props, for the prop next season, all things being equal. For me, that number says the bet is, does Norvell win all the games he's supposed to win next season? Over is, yes, he does. Under is, who's going to be our coach next? He goes with yes. I'm 2-2 on this bet during Norvell's tenure. Last year I passed. Along those lines, is it more likely that Florida State finishes 9-3 or 6-6? Both of those props are 1.5 games apart from the line. So let's end our week doing this show, Corey, with the topic that's been dominating our show this week. And let's fire up the cameras. And Corey, I'm going to just let you go ahead. Thank you. Thank you. Does everything around here, everybody. Corey Clark, senior writer, lead writer for Warchant.com. It's generating discussion. It's sparked by Cummins, Cummins.com. Follow them on Instagram, though. CumminsLifestyle, all one word. They're doing lots of awesome things in the RV this year, everybody. Get some ideas, some inspo, I think is what the kids call it, Corey. Check out the owning line of products, portable generators, portable power stations. By virtue of making it onto this program in this capacity, you get entered into a grand prize drawing at the end of the year to win one of those for absolutely free.
Yeah, that's incredible. Those things are awesome.
They are.
Those things are awesome. Yeah, you guys should all be rushing to do this.
All right, Corey, so I think I know your answer to this. I think Florida State's more likely to finish 9-3 than maybe not. I just totally changed my mind. 6-6 right now, as I sit here and not having seen them do anything. There's numerous things I'll be able to see during spring football to where I'd be like, they're definitely closer to 9-3 than 6-6. But right now, I'm just gonna have to go with 6-6.
It just comes back to me, Aslan, that means you think they're going to go 4-6 in the 10 games that they could lose. You know, and I just don't see. I think they have a better chance of going, whatever that would be, 7-3 than 4-6. Because it's a 10-game schedule. I got to keep telling you guys that. I don't have to keep telling you guys that. I just do. That's what I do. But they have 2 wins on the 6th and the 20th. Kent State is the worst team in America, and then the other team is East Texas Christian A&M. Yeah. So those 2 are guaranteed wins. So you're looking at, you know, you only got to beat. You're going to lose to 6 of Alabama, understandable. At Virginia, okay, road game. Miami at home. Pitt at home, at Stanford. I mean, at Stanford and at Virginia are 2 of, right now in February, 2 of or March, wherever we are, we're close to, 2 of the easier road games you could ask for in the ACC. Doesn't mean you're going to win. It's always hard to fly across the country. It's hard to play on a Friday night. But, man, when you look at that schedule and then Virginia Tech and Wake at home, I just feel like you're more apt to win 7 of those 10 than 4 of those 10. That's why I think 7.5 was a great number. But I'm not predicting 9-3. I honestly, if I had to pick, not knowing, I'd say 7-5 probably, or 8-4. But I don't know. I think 6-6 would be a debacle. It would be another disaster, considering you went 2-0. You start the season 2-0. That's another losing season. That means you go 4-6 in the 10 games that matter. And I still believe, I shouldn't, I guess, I still believe in Norvell. I still believe that the guy can put together a good football team. And I believe that they got much better players and their coaches are better. So let's hope it results in more than 4 wins out of 10 games.
Not bad.
Okay.
Probably superior reasoning to mine. Just looking at it, though, I just think it's hard to not do this. It's hard to not be like, it's Florida State. You are going to be more talented than Virginia, than Pitt, than Stanford, than Wake, than Virginia Tech, than NC State, probably Miami, probably Florida. But I know what happened to them when they played Florida last year. I'm not all that confident about walking in the swamp and beating them. And I just feel like you're at this level of a top 25, top 35 team to where, like, yeah, weird things happen. You lose a road conference game.
Yeah.
You lose a game at home that you probably should have won.
You're also allowed to beat a team that's better than you or you're an underdog against. Like, you could beat Alabama.
That's true.
I think right now we start this season figuring Alabama's an automatic loss. I don't agree with that, but I think a lot of people probably feel that. Clemson and at Florida are close to, well, Clemson, I feel like it feels like an automatic loss.
Yes.
At Florida and Alabama feel like almost automatic losses, or at least right now, but it's February. Yeah. You know, we have no idea what these teams will be. So you're like, okay, if you're starting from that point, you already got 3 losses on the schedule. That means you have to be 9-0 in all the other games to reach that 9-3. I think there's a chance you could beat Alabama. I think there's a chance you can win at Florida. But I'm also talking in February. Valentine's Day was less than 2 weeks ago. I wonder what Belichick got his girl for Valentine's Day.
I don't know. Island Chief does also add, what about 10-2 versus 5-7? What about that one, Corey? Do you think they're...
I think the same rule applies,
okay.
Right?
Okay.
My same reasoning applies, that it would have to go again. If you go 5-7 this year, that is almost the equivalent of 2-10. Like, because you've got the 2 guaranteed wins. So that's going 3-7 in a 10-game season. That's COVID all over again. That's the
but you had the one
guarantee
last year. You know, you had the one game. You know?
And you went 1-10 last season. So to go 3-10, or whatever it would be, 3-7, is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
To think about that. So I still think my reasoning holds that because look, if they go 5-7 where they've got 2 guaranteed wins, that to me that's as bad as COVID in 2020. It's actually worse because there's no excuse in year 6, whatever, to have another COVID year where you go 3-7. So I'm remaining to stay I'm choosing to stay positive and saying there's a better chance of 10-2 than 5-7, but I don't think there's a very good chance of either.
Yeah, I mean, so again, like ultimately to the point, it's Vegas is saying they're gonna go those other 10 games, they split it, or they go 6-4 in it.
Yeah,
which is still not like a very complimentary place to be coming from. But
no, but it's certainly coming off 2-10. You'll take it.
All right. Good question, Island Chief. Welcome to the Winners Club. You too can be involved in it. Subscribe to warchant.com. Head over to the Tribal Council every week. Thread pinned to the top says Renegade Express. Put your question in there. Win, profit. Awesome things from our great friends over at Cummins. Give them a follow. CumminsLifestyle on Instagram.